season. What's something you're keeping an eye on moving forward?
I'd say the trade deadline. This is the time of the season where the rumors really start to swirl and teams understand their needs. I'm interested to see which teams will make a move.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Jaylen Brown is out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center position. Here's Dimon out to the right wing. Claxton, a screen on Pritchard to the middle. It's picked off. And here they come. Brown against Porter. Outside, Brown. Shot clock at 6. White on the wing. Fires it from 18. He can't hit that time. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr., and after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry. Shams, thank you. Here's Hauser. After the basket by Brooklyn. The three. The rebound by Dimon. Here's Brooklyn. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Claxton passes to Porter. Outside man. There's the drive. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's White. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Back to Brown. Porter pulls it in.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
There's the three. That shot missing. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Boston making a switch here. Walsh has checked in. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot. What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's Porter. No points yet. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter here. Outside, Brown. Pass to Walsh. Pritchard surviving the D. 5 on the clock. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Outside man. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the left side wing. Here's Claxton. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Outside, Brown. Outside, White. three is up. Rebounded by the Nets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, those opposing crowds can put you off balance at the stripe, but you got to block out the noise and make those free throws.
On the wing, Porter shoots over Brown, and there's another one for Brooklyn, and the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets out in front, up by 1. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
We've got Sharp, Torrey out there with Cameron Thomas. Then it's Williams, and it's Wolf in at the 4 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla is a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Boucher outside. Pass to Pritchard. Jacks up a 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Sharp. Here's Torrey. Here's Thomas for 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Pritchard. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Boucher on the screen. Inside. And the layup is good. Boucher's got his first points of the game.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Some changes for Boston. Brown comes in for Walsh, and it's White in for Simons. Thomas outside. They set the screen. Outside Porter. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. Porter's got 5 points.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Brown. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. The floater. He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Williams. Porter, the pass to Thomas. Outside Porter from behind the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you, B.A.
Allie, thanks for the report.
Well, Porter Jr. shoots a very high percentage in the paint.
1:57 left in the second period. Pritchard, the pass to Tillman. Nice ball movement by Boston. Outside White. Will it go? Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Outside, Williams. Back to Porter. Pass to Williams. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Williams has gotten his first bucket of the night.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Some changes for Brooklyn. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Williams. Demon comes in for Thomas. Boston also changing it up. Cada's checked in for Tillman. Hauser comes in for Boucher. And Simon is subbed in for Pritchard. Tipped. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. And here's a look at the shooting guards who have collected the most assists during the last month. Derek White, 4th.
Yeah, and this is a group that really appreciates effective ball movement. They can create for themselves or anyone else on the floor.
And to have a shooting guard who's also a high-level playmaker, it makes your team a heck of a lot harder to deal with defensively.
Brown inside. He's guarded by Porter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
And he drops the first. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
And both free throws good for Brown.
And when you talk about Jaylen Brown, you have to bring up his two-way ability. He's a pure scorer who can also guard the opposing best wing. There aren't a lot of guys like Brown in the league.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Demon, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Right side, Porter. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets out in front. They lead by 13. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us.
They're passing on point, reading the defense and reacting. Kenny, I wish you'd react this fast when I asked you to pass the cinnamon rolls.
I'm just trying to watch out for them carbs for you, big fella. Just watching out those carbs.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
They haven't played.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the floor for Boston, White and Brown are the wingmen. Then it's Sam Hauser, then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Cada in at the center, filling out the middle.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Brown. Great D that time from Porter.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Pass to Clowney. And here's Mann, defended by Pritchard. Here's Clowney. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Claxton. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Celtics trail by 16. It's Brown on the wing. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Terrence Mann.
Aggressive move by Brown, forcing the defense to react.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. Free throw good. Brown. There's no question. Peyton Pritchard has one of the best value contracts in the league.
Sure does, B.A. He's on a 4-year, $30 million deal signed back in 2023. He's a tireless worker, a talented scorer, playmaker, and, of course, outside shooter.
And both free throws good for Brown.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
Here's Dimon. Porter from outside. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow. And
so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You look at Boston, what a season thus far for them. 2nd place in the conference. And, of course, the Brooklyn Nets, pretty far behind right now.
Well, right now for Boston, give them credit. I mean, they've been playing very well this season, but they can't afford to take their foot off the gas pedal right now. They know they have a bullseye on their backs.
Yeah, no one is taking them lightly. This is a team with everything you really need to make some noise in the playoffs.
Celtics trail by 17. Outside Pritchard. Outside White. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Claxton with it. Now guarded by White. Pass to Claxton. The rebound, Celtics. Cada's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside Pritchard. There's a screen. Claxton with the block. They retain possession. Brown passes to Cada. Rebound Brooklyn. Outside man. Pass to Dimon. And here's Claxton. Boston with a rebound. Cada's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence. Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look from that.
Outside man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Clowney. Outside Porter. Pass to Clowney. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Mann. Oh, drains the 19-footer. Mann's got his 3rd bucket of the night. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And Boston with some changes. Boucher's checked in for Cada. Walsh comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Celtics trail by 16. 1:25 left in the 3rd quarter. Brown looking around. Look at Brown getting it done inside.
Well, we're seeing this more and more out of Brown. The ability to take over for an extended period of time.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, those who worked with Nets coach Jordy Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Simons outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Here's Mann. Yep, that one goes. Mann's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Now here's Simons, guarded closely. Outside White, from outside the arc. That shot, no good. And so it's Brooklyn, out in front by 19 going into the break. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Michael Porter out there with Williams. Then there's Traoré, then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Wolf in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Celtics trail by 19. Outside Pritchard. Simons up top. Boucher a screen on Thomas. To the inside. And finished off by Boucher.
Well, you see the development of Simons, reading the game better.
And then Porter with the dunk.
Well, with the way he's scoring right now, they're just going to keep feeding.
Outside Pritchard, pass to Walsh. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And the basket by Tillman.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Porter with a screen on Pritchard. To the paint. And then Porter with the dunk.
Well, turning defense into offense. Porter with a great steal to get things going.
And so Simons will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Trailing by 19. Porter with the steal. In transition, here comes Brooklyn. Pass to Traoré. And rejected. Simons deciding where to go with it. Pritchard, no good.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Here's Traoré. Now here's Thomas. Clock at 6. Pass to Williams. Shoots over Pritchard. Williams misses. Celtics trail by 19. Outside Pritchard. On the wing, Simons. Porter pulls it in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Pass to Wolf. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Simons outside. Out left to the wing. Here's Walsh. They grab their own miss. Outside for Boucher. Now Pritchard. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Here's Tillman. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Here's Traoré, defended by Pritchard. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Traoré. Back to Williams. Connects from downtown.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number. And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Michael Porter.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Walsh can't get it to go.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Traore, defended by Pritchard. Pass to Williams. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Here's Thomas for 3. It's rebounded by Walsh. Outside Pritchard. And here's Simons outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's Traore. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence,